Okay, what I'm going to do is show you how to properly layer colored pencils. A lot of times when we use colored pencils, what we want to do is just color what it is we want to draw with simply just brown and green, for instance, for this tree, which I'm going to do. I'm just going to color this brown and green, just using a brown and a green colored pencil. This also works for crayons. Crayons can be a little more waxy, so whenever you layer them, you have to make sure you color real lightly so you don't get like a wax buildup. But a lot of times when I see people color, they just color it in just like a coloring book, which is fine. That's probably what you were taught. But here's my tree. I'm going to color kind of in a circular motion because the tree is kind of a round figure. I don't want to color at an angle because then my tree won't look as realistic. I want to make it look as round as possible. But here's what my tree would look like if I just colored it using two colors. My green for my treetop and my brown for my trunk. Now I'm going to go ahead and draw another tree. Same style, just simple. Ones you're not supposed to draw in class. But I'm going to try different browns for the tree trunk and different greens for the top. So I have a light, a medium, and a dark valued brown that I'm going to use. I'm going to start with my light value. I'm just going to color it in lightly. I'm going to think of my light source. So I'm going to pretend my light source is coming from this angle. Okay. And then I'm going to take my medium brown. Just color that in a little bit. Since my light source is coming from this direction, I want this half of my tree to be lighter. So I'm going to leave it light on the right hand side. Okay. Now I'm going to take my darkest brown on the left where the tree would be darker and color that in. You can see the difference with the tree trunks already and how they look. So I'm going to go ahead and do the top of the tree. I'm going to start with my light green. I have 3 different greens. You can use as many as you want. I just like to pick a light, a medium, and a dark. I'm going to start with my light green, and I'm going to color it all light green in a circular motion. I don't have to fill in all the spots. There can be some white of the paper. What are you doing over there? Why are you teaching those children to color? They know how to color. They've been coloring since they were 5 years old. They know how to do this. Oh, Natasha. Quiet down. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and take my medium green and I'm going to color about half of it in my medium green. Now generally, when using my pencil, when I know I'm going to use colored pencils, I wouldn't press as hard. I would use a much lighter pencil or a lighter hand so that the colored pencil could cover it. Okay, so there's what it looks like with 2 colors compared to my 1 colored tree on the left. Now I'm going to take my dark green. I'm going to put that on top of the other 2 colors. You don't want to push too hard. You can always go back if you need it darker and color over it again. I'm going to go back and use my light green on top. I just keep them all in my hand and then I switch between them when I need to make adjustments. Okay, so there's the difference between a tree colored using 1 color and a tree using 3 colors. 3 colors for the green, 3 colors for the brown. Now sometimes when you want to do grass, some people just do grass sideways like this. Okay, but what you can do is you just take your pencil, put it down on the paper, and flick it and lift up. And if you do that in multiple areas using your different greens, just touch the paper and flick up. It tapers the end and it looks very similar to grass. Takes a little more time, it looks a little more realistic. But I want to encourage you, when you use color pencils or crayons, to start to layer them and to add value. Just like you would add value to shaded shapes, or when you're using pencil, the way you would shade with pencil, you also want to shade with colored pencils. You'll get a much more realistic result, and I think you'll really, really enjoy it. So have fun and give it a try.